I'm DS Psychologist and welcome to another episode on Channel NITT. So we have 16 different MBTI types and all these 16 MBTI types have different cognitive stacks. So because of that, what one MBTI type may find easy to do, another MBTI type may find difficult.
What you find difficult, I find simple.
So in this episode, we're going to explore something about the ENTJ. So there are 4 options that I'm going to present over here. Which one do you think the ENTJ will find it the hardest to say? If you're an ENTJ, I think this answer should be quite consistent. I hope. If you are not an ENTJ, why don't you make a guess based on your understanding of the ENTJ? Which one of this would you think the ENTJ will find the hardest to say out? So I'll give you 5 seconds to think about it. So do you have an answer? Okay, let's get to it. Thank you. What's so difficult about saying thank you? Oh, you mean say thank you with sincerity or meaning it, right? So it's not difficult for an ENTJ to say thank you. I say thank you all the time. However, I think whenever I say thank you, I don't feel the gratitude or that I am really very thankful. So that is the problem with the FI. Because I am unable usually to feel what I say. So this might be my personal problem, but I would suspect that many other ENTJs may also have this problem because of their FI inferior. So a lot of times I may say thank you without really feeling grateful or the gratitude is not there. What a shame. So I tend to say thank you because it's a politically correct thing to say.
Courtesy is for free.
So if I do something for someone, I also expect the other party to say thank you. However, if you want to thank an ENTJ, do not get overly mushy.
因为我可盐可甜。
So is option A the answer? No. Option A is not the answer. It's actually quite easy for an ENTJ to say thank you. But they don't mean it sometimes. Oops. Okay, let's go on to B. Is it easy for an ENTJ to say, I was wrong? Actually, a lot of people may think that the ENTJ is a very egoistic person. The truth is, we are not. If we are wrong, then I think an ENTJ is very likely to admit that they are wrong. But unfortunately, most of the time, the ENTJ isn't wrong. Okay, personally, I have experienced a lot of times where I actually made blunders and I was wrong. I am really very willing to apologize. Because personally, I'm not a very touchy-feely person, I tend to avoid having to apologize face to face. So I may actually apologize online. Okay, so I may post an apology online or via email, in my social media. This is highly possible. Another reason why I prefer this format of apologizing is that I can think through what I am apologizing. So I can write technically correct answers. So this doesn't sound sincere, right? But actually from the ENTJ's point of view, it's not that. It may really sound insincere, but that is because we are FI inferior. So we don't want to evoke too many emotions when coming to this state of apologizing. It can sometimes get overly dramatic with some people.
You are a disgrace to the Indian family.
So with a lot of other people, the apologizing procedure may get overly dramatic. The ENTJ doesn't like this type of drama. So if I were to apologize face to face, I would say, okay, I did this and this and this and it was a mistake, so I will apologize for it. It's very technical, it's very pragmatic, diplomatic. And then after that, full stop. I might say that, okay, I will not commit this again. And that's end of story. So as an ENTJ, I do not have many opportunities to make mistakes like this. So therefore, it is not a very common occasion for me to apologize or to say that I was wrong. But definitely, this is not difficult for me to say that I was wrong. In fact, I would say that there are much more opportunities for me to say I'm sorry. Like if I accidentally bang onto someone, definitely I'm sorry. I was wrong? Harder to say. Because an ENTJ is usually correct. or there might be circumstances where there are alternative ways of looking at certain things. So we might stick to our stand. So from a non-ENTJ's point of view, you might find us stubborn or very egoistic and unwilling to compromise. So moving on to option C, I love you. Is it difficult for an ENTJ to say that? No, not at all. I think of all the 4 options, C is the easiest. If we really love someone, then it is very natural for us to say I love you.
I love you.
Not to stereotype, because I have not personally asked any INTJs yet, but I do feel that this may be something that the INTJ may find hard to say. But definitely not the ENTJ. I love you. I love you. Salam hai. Enough. So that leaves us the last option, D. Can you help me? I think of all the 4 options over here, this is the hardest for an ENTJ to say. The ENTJ is really very independent and seldom asks for help. Yes, the ENTJ is independent. Yes, the ENTJ prefers to do work himself because he knows that his quality may be better than others. However, the ENTJ is not blind. The ENTJ is clear, super clear, that there are other things that maybe the ENTJ is not good at that other people can do better. In this case, the ENTJ may have to ask for help. So of course, as an ENTJ, I do ask for help, but it takes a lot of effort for me to ask for help. In fact, sometimes I may design certain things in a certain way so that the person that I am trying to ask for help automatically says, oh, let me help you. So one of the reasons why the ENTJ may have problems asking for help is with TE. So in order for you to understand what I'm talking about, you need to understand the difference between TE and FE. TE is a very results-oriented function. So as a cognitive function, TE is always concerned about what do I get from this, what is the result, what is the outcome. So we tend to project TE onto others. So if I ask you for help, what are you going to get in return? So there are a lot of times I hesitate to ask people to join me as a guest in my show. So I might be tied down with overthinking. I might think that, oh, a person will not want to join me on my show as a guest because they might think that it is a hassle to come to my place or to get filming done, or what do they get in return. So a lot of times I get guests in the name of an internship because there is an exchange going on. You come over here, maybe there is something that you can learn, so it's part of an internship program. If I ask a person to come for help, I also tend to feel obliged to want to return a favor. So if I can't return you the favor, I feel as if I'm owing you something, and it's an unpleasant feeling for an ENTJ. So if you understand what I mean, an ENTJ may find it hard to ask for help because first, he doesn't know what to offer the other person. Next, the ENTJ also doesn't want to owe people favors. So this is clearly in opposition with FE. FE as a trait is very willing to give. So I know very clearly now with MBTI knowledge, right, that if I had asked someone who has FE, either an FE auxiliary or FE dominant, they are really willing to come on board. However, sometimes I just still have this TE mentality. What am I able to offer you? So I can say, okay, I can give you a treat, but then I start to wonder, what if this person say, no need nah, no need nah? Do they really mean no need? Or are they just being polite or what? So it gets a little bit tricky. In the end, sometimes I just don't ask for help at all. If I had needed real help, then likelihood is I will just pay a stranger to do it for me. So are you satisfied with my answer? ENTJs, do you resonate with my answer as well? Do comment below to tell me. So down the road we may explore what other MBTI types may have a hard time saying, because I know I have asked an INFJ, they find it very hard to reject people. They find it very hard to say no. So is this really true? I'm going to do more research by asking more people around me, and then I will do a compilation. So at Channel NITT we try to do a lot of interesting videos like this one. We hope you like it. If you have not subscribed, do consider subscribing so that we can bring you more ENTJ, MBTI and psychology and fun stuff. Okay, I'm going to sign off now and I'll see you in my next episode. Goodbye!